Hello and thanks for joining me. I'm Matthew Rondina with Best Buy Canada's Best Buy blog. Today I'm teaming up with my fellow gaming writer John Scar to bring you our review of the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. I'll be walking you through my unboxing, setup, and hands-on impressions in this video. You can dive even deeper into John's full written review, linked in the description below for more photos, insights, and everything you need to know before picking one up. Just a friendly reminder, you can purchase the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller today via bestbuy.ca. Let's hit the track with the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller and a few other games and put it through its paces. After spending time with the new Pro Controller, the differences became clear. Some are subtle while others stand out during longer play sessions. This version focuses on refining what's worked before. It's more comfortable, smoother to use, and even adds a few features. Let's take a closer look at what the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller gets right and how it fits into your setup. Unboxing the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller is a straightforward experience. You get the controller and a USB-A to USB-C cable, and you're ready to get started. The first thing that stood out was the new texture on the Pro. The matte finish feels smooth, soft, and noticeably more comfortable than the slicker plastic used on the original. I like how Nintendo also matched the finish on the Pro Controller to the body of the Nintendo Switch 2 and Joy-Cons too. It's a really nice touch. Everything looks so uniform and beautiful. The new finish also does a lot in the way of resisting fingerprints and sweat, which makes a big difference during long gaming sessions. The grips are slightly slimmer than before, but they still feel great in hand. There's a nice balance between weight and shape that makes the controller feel sturdy without being too bulky. Overall, it's a comfortable controller that feels like a proper upgrade, with subtle yet important changes that make it one of the best controllers I've ever used. The Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller looks familiar at first glance, but small design changes help it stand apart. The top panel features a USB-C port for charging, shoulder buttons, and a sync button. The face buttons are also slightly larger than before and sit a little closer together, something I noticed right away, and I really like the overall feel. Their closer grouping also makes them easier to press quickly. They feel soft, quiet, and responsive even during fast-paced sessions. The bumpers and triggers are just as responsive and feel great. The analog sticks this time around are a little bit thinner, but overall feel fantastic in Mario Kart races or fighting games and even puzzle games like Tetris. Overall, I'm really impressed with the build and design quality of the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. Another area I need to point out is the D-pad. Nintendo's made quite a few exciting enhancements to it, and it feels better than the original Pro Controller, especially in games that need quick directional inputs. I had no issues pulling off combos in fighting games like Street Fighter or quick movements in platformers like Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Overall, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller's D-pad is a huge improvement for the hardware. Nintendo's clearly listened to fan feedback here and integrated some great new refinements for the brand new controller. The biggest change on the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller is the addition of two programmable back buttons. Labeled GL and GR, they sit right where your fingers naturally rest on the grips. They don't get in the way, and it's hard to press them by accident. You can remap them on a game-by-game basis, which is handy for things like jumping or sprinting without shifting your thumbs off the sticks. There's also a built-in chat button, which gives you quick access to this Switch 2's new voice chat system. It sits below the face buttons and it has its own icon. You'll need to move your thumb to reach it, but it's out of the way enough that you won't hit it by mistake. Another welcome upgrade is the 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom of the controller. It works for both game audio and game chat when plugged in. As long as your controller is updated, it connects with no setup required, which is nice. This is especially useful for late-night gaming or portable sessions where you don't want to rely on your TV speakers. The upgraded HD Rumble 2 also feels stronger and more detailed than before. It gives you sharper feedback during actions like drifting in Mario Kart World or getting hit in action games. The rumble stays quiet too, so it doesn't distract from what's happening on screen. Battery life is also solid on the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. After a full charge, it lasted over 20 hours during regular use, even with the HD Rumble active and a wired headset plugged in. Charging of your Pro controller is handled by the included USB wire, and it will charge when it is connected to certified accessories like the dock. The indicator lights at the top of the controller show pairing status and low battery warnings. They flash when connecting, and they give a quick heads up when it's time to charge, so you're never caught off guard. Here are my final thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. If you plan to stick with the Switch 2 for the long haul, this controller is one of the best I've ever used. It's now my default controller whenever I'm playing on my Switch 2, and if you're someone who plays docked often or just wants something more comfortable, I highly recommend picking one up. That wraps up my hands-on look at the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Matthew Rondina with Best Buy Canada's Best Buy blog. If you're looking for even more details, photos, and insights, be sure to check out John Scar's full written review. We've linked it in the description below for your convenience. And just a quick reminder, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is available now, and you can order yours today via bestbuy.ca. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Game on!